I can't take my sweater off. All my belongings are in it.
I don't know how true this is, but I heard that you have an upcoming project called Fred, and I was wanting to know about that.
Oh, that's a good question. So it's the prequel, like Freddy Krueger. They sent me the script and it's awful. It is so terrible. Nothing happens in the first season. They think it's great. I said no. But so somebody in their company released the CGI images they made of me and the makeup, and then it went viral, and literally it's people all over the world have asked me this. There's no way in hell I would play Freddy Krueger with that script. You would be crucified. That's the thing, the other thing, when you do a project like that, it's not their fault, it's my fault that it's not good, you know what I mean? So I'm not doing it. And it's Rob Zombie's company, but he's not directly involved with it. I think it's like, you know, somebody's chocolate son or something. Yeah, not good. It's not good. It'll be coming out next fall, sorry, maybe. If I need health insurance.
I'll be back.
Oh, Ellen, you're 112, right? Awesome.
Hi, my name is Andaluna, and I love mayonnaise.
I figured you did.
My number is, has someone done 69 yet?
No, but somebody has to.
Okay, 69.
I think it's now the law. Andaluna, where's your name from?
What?
Andaluna, that's not a common name. What's it from?
My mom met a poet at a writing conference, and she really liked it.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, now it's mine.
Where are you from?
Asheville, North Carolina.
You're from North Carolina?
I'm from North Carolina, baby.
Oh, right on. I think a bunch of people from Nashville moved to Asheville when people in Los Angeles bought Nashville.
Yeah, and then people from New York moved to Florida and then moved back up to Asheville.
Yeah, it's a whole migration of people looking. Have you ever been to the Biltmore estate?
Yeah.
Is it awesome?
It's kind of really weird, but I love the gardens there. But
I've always wanted to go there.
Yeah, it's kind of messed up. Like the Hurricane Helene, like the town is still like the little village before the Biltmore.
Yeah.
It's like still like recovering, so I would wait
Yeah,
a bit.
that area got pretty messed up, right?
Yeah, it was real bad.
I've never been in that region. I've been whitewater rafting on the Nottahala. Do you know what that is?
Yeah.
It scared the shit out of me.
It's intense.
And I'm so lightweight that
You're being flown around.
that I was like a muppet.
Oh, just those three.
Yeah. What's your question?
My question is, what is your favorite horror movie?
Ooh, that's good. It's actually Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors.
Yes.
Because they all have powers in their dreams, and in my dreams so often I have powers, but they don't work half the time. Like I'm like, I should be able to fly, but I can't, or like shoot laser beams out of my eyes, but I can't do it. Yeah, I love that movie. But the problem with, like, if you grew up in my age range, you look at all those old horror classic movies, and they are terrible. Like, they don't hold up at all. Like, I tried to watch the first Friday the 13th, and it is awful. The mom gets into a fight with somebody, and where like, the punches are like 3 feet away, and they don't even care.
Yeah.
It is so bad, they don't hold up, but then the remakes are even worse, so I don't know the solution to that. But I love scary movies so much, I watch everything that comes out.
Yeah.
I've seen all the Annabelle movies, I've seen all the Nun movies, and I'm usually disappointed by them, but I love to be jump scared so much. The other day I was on TikTok, and there's a video going around now where it's like, be careful, you always have to be careful on railroad tracks. Have you guys seen this? And so you just see somebody, it's at their point of view, there's not a train in either direction, and they're just walking across the tracks. Just looking around, and all of a sudden the train is right there, and like, I love to be jump scared so much. Ty and I got into a scare war that we had to call a truce because it was getting tough. Like, I'm hiding in the cabinets. Like, I can't hide more places than he can, but the stakes got too high. What's your favorite horror movie? Do you have one?
I've been really loving the 28 Days Later series for the 28 Years Later coming out next month.
I haven't seen any
You're
of
kidding
those.
me.
I
You
haven't.
have to. Yeah,
Oh,
like jump scares. It's a zombie virus. So
Yeah,
it's,
are they British? Are they English people?
it's only in, well, it's like the virus in the first movie is only in the UK. Yeah.
Okay.
Cillian
But-
Murphy.
Yeah, I like him a lot. Have you seen those, what are those movies where they kill everybody on one day? Purge. Have you seen the Purge movies?
Yes.
I've seen all of those.
Yeah.
I love them. Yeah, they're so good.
Yeah. I love the Saw movies.
Here's why I can't watch the Saw movies. I hate gore. I hate gore. I like scary and I like blood, but like breaking bones or sawing through bones. Like I have a bone problem, and probably have osteoporosis too. But I hate breaking bones, and I also hate stabbing noises. I watched, my friend Goran Bogdan is like the Tom Cruise of Croatia. Like he's like the most famous person in the country. And he's like this big manly man, and he came to visit me in Vancouver, and we watched the remake of Nightmare on Elm Street. And like it wasn't great, but it's still like there's a lot of jump scares. And I looked over and he's watching it like this. I'm like, that's what I do too! All scary movies like I love them. I love them, love them, love them. Thank you for playing the world's shittiest game show.
Thank you.
And one day it will be 69, but not today.
Hi, DJ. My name's Ginger.
Hey Ginger, what's up? Ginger was the name of my first dog. I love that dog more than any person in this whole world to this day.
So I'm here for my Sweet 16, so I'm gonna get 16.
Happy birthday, Ginger!
Thank you. But my question is, we saw you back at MegaCon Orlando. So my question is, what is the weirdest costume you saw there?
The weirdest costume I saw there? MegaCon Orlando, I don't remember what the weirdest costume I saw there. But I will tell you this, the time before I was in Orlando was with this show, and I went out with a couple of people attendees from the show on Saturday night to a little dive bar, and my friend who was a convention attendee bought a bag of penises out of like a bachelorette kind of thing out of a vending machine. I know you're 16, but I think you're old enough to hear this. And so you know, it's like little styrofoam ones and like all this penis related things. And then I go to Mexico, I go to Puerto Vallarta, and there was a little bag of hard candy penises, and they don't taste good. And so they gave them to me, so I just put them in my bag. Mexican authorities thought they were drugs. So I was detained, and the most humiliating part of it is that I'm sitting on a stool, and I had like a guard with me with a gun, and then men would come in, and I would see them do this. And I was so embarrassed. R2D2. I don't remember. I don't remember the costumes because like MegaCon, I think I met like 20,000 people over the course of 3 days. It's all a complete blur. If you've never been to MegaCon though, it's definitely an experience. Oh wait, no, that's where the Whoville people were. There was a man who had a complete Whoville costume on, like head to toe, but it was like prosthetic makeup. And his son was also a Who. Like he was like Doctor Who or whoever it is, old Who, and the guy was young Who. I don't know their names. My parents were 15 and 16 when I was born. They didn't reach me. And now they're in a home. They're not in a home, but every time I go home, I get them cognition tests, and I'm just waiting.
Hi, my name is Annabella,
Hey, Annabella.
and my guess is 42.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't remember what the number was. Let me look. What's your question or comment?
My question is, so the first time I saw you wasn't as Garth, it was actually on The Big Bang Theory.
Oh, yeah.
And I just wanted to ask, how was your experience working on the set of Big Bang Theory? Because I quote a Jen Soap wrote your quote, I say that all the time.
It was awful. I'm not going to lie to you. I was supposed to do 10 episodes, and I quit after the first episode. So, for some reason, so I knew the whole cast before I did the show. I've known Johnny Galecki since 2000. I went to Kaylee Cuoco's 21st birthday party. Like, I've known these people, like, in real life. And so I auditioned for the part of Sheldon on the show for a 6 week round of auditions. And and then we get to the network thing where you have to read in front of the executives, and they make you read in a theater in front of each other. So Jim Parsons goes before me, and I turned to Chuck Lorre, the creator, and I'm like, I can't read for this, I'm not going to get it. And he was like, you were never going to get it. The studio make them bring a recognizable face, even when it's somebody else, to prove that it should be to somebody else, right? So 6 weeks of my life, I went through a round of auditions, which is fun, and because that's Hollywood. And so then I get offered this arc on the show, and you know that monologue where I like, it was the Philippines, Subic Bay, like that was rewritten every single day, and it's 4 pages long. So I get new pages at the dress rehearsal, and I stumble through it, and then Chuck Lorre in the tech booth says this guy can't remember anything. So then I lost my temper, and I was like, could you rewrite this every day? And so then the day of taping, they made me pre-record it, which is an insult, because they didn't believe I could do it on the day, to make sure that I had it. And then I started crying when I woke up. I prayed to God that Warner Brothers would burn down on the drive there. I get there, and there actually was a fire that day on the lot, but I wasn't specific enough. And so I do my thing, I kill it, I get a standing ovation. My manager's in the audience, he comes over and hugs me, and the last thing I say to Chuck Lorre is, "Fuck you, Chuck!" and walk out. I'm not joking. And now I'm on his new HBO show, Bookie. But that's the nature of the business. It just was that was an experience that was hard for me. It's also an acting style that I don't usually, people who are good at sitcoms, really good at that, that's a completely different skill set than like being on Supernatural. Because it's a formula, it's really presentational, everything's very important. And that's not what I know of acting. I mean, I can do it, but also I need a little patience, especially when you're rewriting things like over and over and over again. But so the experience wasn't great. I've seen the episode, and it's good work. Yeah, but like I fall asleep on Penny on her shoulder and you never see me again. I was supposed to wake up there the next day and be on the show for a minute. But things work out as they're supposed to work out, so I don't lament that at all. And there's nobody that could have been Sheldon more than Jim Parsons. Like, he was so great in that. And all these people are my friends anyway, and Chuck is my friend. And the cool thing is, after an episode of Bookie, he followed me out to my car with the producer and the writer and the director, and I was getting ready to get in. It was after my second day of work. First day of work on the second season. And just putting my foot up in my car, and he's like, "Hey, can we talk to you for a minute?" And I'm like, he knows that I tell this story to people. Because if you make eye contact with me for like 3 years, I told you this story. And here's what he said. He was like, "I'm hard on you because what you do is the stuff of genius." And I started sobbing. Because when I shot my first episode of Boogie, I'm a mortician, and the whole scene is me putting makeup on a cadaver, talking to the boys over my shoulder. And I get my courtesy laughs. I go back to change under my mortician's clothes, and he knocks on my trailer door, and he was like, "I want you to have Tourette syndrome." And I'm like, "What? You can't give me Tourette syndrome 5 minutes before I go and shoot this?" Because also, jokes have a cadence to them. So then I went into crisis mode, and I was like, okay, it has to be non-verbal tics, and I can find out where I can put them in. So then I did that. So then I get there, I now have Tourette syndrome, I'm putting makeup on a cadaver, and then he hands me a hard-to-eat sandwich. So I have 3 new things I have to do. And so I went and then I got a clap, and I'm like, "Oh, you don't hate me, you love fucking with me." And he was like, "That's right." But anyway, a year later, he came up to me and said the nicest things, so nice that I pulled over and wrote them all into my phone. And now we're like best friends. I think he married somebody who was a lot younger than him, and then she took half his dough, and then he became nice. I think so. He had some sort of come to Jesus meeting, and that has to happen sometimes. Sometimes you have to leave your wife for a woman who's 19, make all your friends uncomfortable. You get mad, then you don't hang out with your friends for a while, fucking Ben. And then she leaves you, takes half your stuff, and now you're nice. Hello.
Hi, DJ.
I'm at that age though where a lot of my buddies who got divorced from their first wives, and then 4 years ago they would see their other buddy do it and be like, wow, he's dating a kid. And I'd be like, I know. The next thing I know, I'm at Bao Steakhouse on Sunset with Ben, who said that when Greg did it, it was wrong, talking to an 18-year-old girl, and he's like this, she's very mature for her age. And she talks about, my mother's a big fan of Miley Cyrus. I'm like, get out of here.
Hi DJ, my name's Shelly.
Hey Shelly, where are you from?
I'm from Virginia.
I can hear it. Where in Virginia are you from?
It's Southwest Virginia.
Okay. Shelly?
So my daughter's 19th birthday's coming up, so I would say 19.
19, that's one of my favorite roulette numbers. Just so you know.
So my question is, if Junior was on Supernatural as a monster, what monster would he be?
Junior? From Lone Star State of Mind?
Yes, that's my favorite movie.
I did this movie called Lone Star State of Mind, where it's about two southern idiots who are robbing a convenience store, and the opening scene is me running out to a pickup truck, getting in, and doing this. I can't remember if you said to bring panties or panty liners, so I brought them both. And then he's like, I said bring pantyhose, you idiot. And he's like, how are you going to rob a store with panty liners? And then I turn away and then cut back, and I have a maxi pad stuck to my face with eye hose cut out of it. Yeah, it's my favorite thing I've ever done. It's so stupid. I'm playing my cousin Steve, who's the dumbest person I've ever met, and he can't see it's him. It's his exact accent. What'd you ask me?
If Junior was on Supernatural as a monster, what monster would he be?
Oh my God, he's so stupid. He got his pinky finger cut off and traded it for a cell phone, I think. I don't even know what monster it would be. It wouldn't be any of the monsters that we had because he's so stupid. I don't know. I can't even answer that. I'm stumped. He's so dumb. Steve is so dumb. Steve is so dumb that he's raised his sons to be intolerant, and like they'll drop like racial slurs or like homophobic stuff right in front of me. So here's what I did. I put them all in my will, and I bought them like 18th century British porcelain. So when I die, they're gonna get that shit. My whole will is just a list of revenge. Nobody's getting any. They're getting things that I want to give them. 18th century British porcelain. Hello.
Hi, my name is Rachel.
Hey, Rachel.
My number is 87.
Gotcha.
My question is, how do you pick the themes for karaoke, and what do you think we would get if you let Ty do it?
Oh, that's a very... Ty would be like heavy metal stuff, biker stuff, but I'll be dressed as UFC fighters, monster trucks. No, I buy the costumes first, and then I bend the karaoke themes to fit the costumes, because I have to buy like 12 costumes a year, and usually they're pretty elaborate. Feathers are very hot, just so you know. Like, birds must be sweating their asses off. Feathers are hot. I dressed like a bird 2 years ago. I'm doing it again this year, but I'm already dreading it. It looks so good. And this year, how I got all my costumes was that, do you know that store Century, Forever 21? I had to go get my eyeglasses, a new prescription of my eyeglasses, and I walked past that store and said they were going out of business. So I went in there and just bought tons of crap. And it's all so tacky and awesome, but I think if you wear it once, it falls apart, because it does not look sewed well. But I got like a boy band costume out of that. The costume I got tonight, I bought a like almost floor-length blue snake prints fur coat. Like, just, it's all the funniest thing was, I found a puffer jacket that is floor length that is this big that I could not buy because it was $35. So that is the theme for, I'm doing oversized clothes. So I just take whatever I can find and bend the karaoke theme to fit that. And sometimes I'll do stuff like royalty or whatever, because I have a Henry VIII costume that I have for reasons you don't need to know about. I also have 2 18th century suits of clothes that I would wear to the grocery store if I wouldn't be beaten to death. Like, yeah. Whatever is up to, whatever I find for here goes up here and goes to y'all.